Well, you had your situation after that. We're not going to talk about it at all.
We can.
You come out.
Uh-huh.
We're not going to talk about it at all.
Okay.
You come out.
Uh-huh.
When you come out of prison, was it hard to readjust back to society again?
Boy, I was in such a culture shock. The best way I can explain that, if you ever seen the movie, I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. When the pimp got out and he had his fucking his fish tank shoes on, platform shoes, and that's how fucking behind the fashion power curve, behind the culture curve, behind the music, man. I was fucked up. I was lost. It took me about a year and a half to kind of readjust to it because I had totally disconnected what I was doing at that time. I couldn't pay attention to the streets and do that at the same time too. That was just, had to keep my eyes, you know what I'm saying, focus on what the fuck I was doing. That shit was heavy, man. I had to sit in front of a fucking clock and look at 6 years elapse off that shit. Like, fuck, you know, innocently. Like, damn, you know, but I still was able to look in the mirror at myself and be like, man, you good, you good. Something good gonna come from it, something good gonna come from it.
What do you think was your worst experience while locked up?
Just being away from my children and missing those beautiful years of my children growing up. When I left, they were 2 and 3 or 3 and 4, some shit like that, man. 3 and 4 years old, you know. And I remember sitting them down at 3 and 4 years old, trying to have a fucking heart to heart, try to explain to them. I said, listen, I remember telling my daughter, I said, Michelle, daddy might gonna have to leave for a little while and be gone for a while, but I'm coming back. I am coming back, and daddy love you and miss you. Daddy is coming back, okay? Okay, she probably forgot that shit 10 minutes later, but you know, I did that with my children, man. I remember doing that shit. That shit was tough, man. That shit was tough, and it felt fucked up because, like my mom always say, Mike, you're so free-hearted. You're just so free-hearted. You just give so freely, and nobody don't give freely. You work hard for what you do, and look how quick they fuck over you. Look how fast they, you know. I'm like, hey, it be like that. You know, monetary losses, material losses. I always say, ooh, Lord, thank you, Lord. And I ain't cut. I ain't lose no fingers on no fucking toes. I lost some time, but I didn't, you know, lose any of my limbs. I didn't lose my fucking life, you know. So, yeah.
I mean, no one ever tried to test you, whether the other prisoners or the guards, or were they all just fans?
I ain't really had those problems. And when I did, I always nipped it in the bud. I did 6 in the can, but I'm not a bitch, I'm a man. I drunk it like a 6-pack. And that iron all day, yeah, my chest got big, but I didn't get a 6-pack. Man, they know I'm, boy, look. Man, and you know, a lot of people, they kind of surround me like, man, we got your back. I'm like, nah, I got to fight my own battle because if I let you fight my battle, I got to iron your fucking drawers. Nothing, nah. Now you see a motherfucker keep wrestling me down trying to roll on my booty. Please help me. Please help me by all fucking means. Don't let her get my booty. But other than that, yeah, I got it, bro. I got it from here. You know, and I met some clowns in that motherfucker, man. For real. There are a lot of good people in that fucked up place, man. You know, I was able to bring some light to a dark place. That's all. You know, I used to inspire people just by surviving. Like the guy that slept next to me, 2 years had passed. He was like, man, how the fuck are you doing? I said, come on, baby, in 2 years now. Man, what you doing? I got to do it. And I know what they meant because they got a lot of artists that wouldn't have been able to do it like that with the mindset. You know, the thing I'm most proud of, I came out that bitch myself. You know what I'm saying? With the growth and everything, everything that I gained from it or whatever, but I came out myself, man, like for real. Because a lot of people don't make it home themselves. This shit, boy. That shit is precarious. Fuck.